Here are the new Coleco tabletops, and these were a Kickstarter, and there was 3 of them. I'm showing the Berzerk and Frenzy. These have arrived. I did purchase these, and I wanted to show these on my channel, and want to show you that there might be some problems with this, as I'm gonna show you. And you know what, I'm gonna unbox this. There was a limited number of these being made. It says on the box, production run limited to 5,000. That might be a good thing. And so I'm going to unbox this. This was a tabletop that never came out back in the day. And so what Coleco has done, they own the brand name, and they did a successful Kickstarter and are going to offer 2 arcade classics. Now here is the tabletop for Berzerk. And the first thing that I notice is that the color of the tabletop does not match the box. It's a darker, like, maroon. I kind of wish it was a brighter red, as you know, that was kind of the picture on the box. But here it is. It looks just like an original Coleco tabletop. I'm going to compare it to a Donkey Kong original, and you know, here it is. It's got volume control. You can take 4 AA batteries in the back. It also has a micro USB cable it comes with. That's pretty cool that you can do that. It's got some circles on the bottom for like a rubber grip. I like that. The joystick itself is hollow. I don't know why they went with that, as the original had a screw. I don't know if it was cheaper. That's a little weird. It's a design thing. Anyways, here's the simple instructions. 2.75 LCD screen, and I'm going to show the screen as best as possible. Here is the instruction manual. So essentially it's spelling out that this is the arcade version of the game. Here it is compared to the original Donkey Kong tabletop. I know many people had this, or the Pac-Man, or another one, and I might do another video showing all those. And so you know, simple layout design, has a volume control headphone jack in the front, and there's that joystick. It has kind of the buttons have kind of a squishy feel to it. I don't know what I think about that. Would have been better to have micro switches. You know, for the price, okay, the Kickstarter, the Kickstarter early bird price was like 45 bucks. So, you know, these are an affordable option. I want to show the arcade ROM. This is not the ROM included with these. This is the arcade ROM. And so I wanted to show you sound, graphics. If you haven't played the original Berzerk arcade, this is it. This is what it looks and sounds like. And so it's really important, because you know what, when you're doing one of these, you gotta get it right. Here is what you get. Now, Bob, Pac-Man Plus on Atari Age, big friend of mine, okay? And he does amazing Atari 7800 homebrew, so no discredit to him. As I saw his name on the title screen, I thought that was interesting. And so what you're seeing here is a port of Berzerk to the NES that he worked with them on making. My issue is, did they advertise this and communicate this directly to the backers? Because if you're wanting to get Berzerk Arcade, you should get that. If not, then Coleco needs to be very clear that you're getting an NES version of the arcade game. Now, there's also another issue. The entire screen doesn't fit on the display, and it's stretched out. It's the improper aspect ratio. That's a major issue. You can't play this game correctly on top of it really not being the arcade ROM. Now, I don't have a problem with it being the NES ROM, as Bob does amazing programming work, and I'm a huge fan of him. But there's going to be people that be disappointed that it's not the arcade ROM, and I don't see anywhere on the instruction manual or even on their Kickstarter that they've advertised that. I think that's a serious issue. And the bigger issue is that it's improperly being displayed on the screen. So my Berzerk was a bust. Let's check out Frenzy. Let's see if what was happening in Berzerk was kind of a one-off. It was a quality issue. And I want to unbox this. Frenzy is the sequel to Berzerk. It has some additional features. You can like ricochet shots. And I'm going to show you some gameplay compare it to the original arcade release, and unbox it. You know, the actual packaging is pretty good. I don't have an issue with that at all. And these are affordably priced. You know, these coming out back in the day too were an affordable option for people that didn't have the size for an arcade. I know many people growing up with these. So this is really catering to a certain crowd. And here's a simple instruction manual. I'll show you that in a bit. Inside, just like Berzerk, micro USB cable. I know there's going to be people that wish there was a USB-C cable. Same setup. You know what? It looks just like the original injection molds. And here's that joystick. It is hollow. I don't know what I think about that. Squishy buttons. Kind of. They don't have like, you know, micro switches, I don't think. And you know, there it is. And so nice artwork panel artwork on the sides and on top. And here we go. So the instruction manuals, I wanted to make sure, because like maybe I was missing something in the instruction manuals. You know, does it say anything about, you know, what version this is? Just talks about the arcade. Talks a little bit about the actual arcade release and instructions to play. There isn't anything else, you know, commenting. Even on the back, there's no mention about this being an NES ROM. Now here's the arcade release, and you know what? I love the arcade original and played this a lot. I played this actually when I went to a California Extreme, and so this is an arcade game that I didn't play a ton growing up. I played a lot more of the original Berzerk as I was in kind of a rural area and we had limited options for arcade games. So maybe you grew up in a more city area or more urban area in which you had more access to arcade games. But you know, I played a lot of the ColecoVision version, and here's what you get. It's just like the other Berzerk, and it's the NES version of the arcade game. It's nowhere mentioned in the instruction manual. I don't know how clear and transparent Coleco Revival has been, but I'd be frustrated if they're advertising it as the official Frenzy tabletop when it kind of isn't. I have a problem with that. The bigger issue though, because this version does play great. I mean, when it comes down to it, this NES version plays great, but it doesn't play great on this device. Why? Because the left-hand side of the screen is stretched and you can't see the left wall. That's a huge issue with playing this, as you get shocked if you get close to the walls. You can't play this correctly. It's broken. I would ask for a refund if you back this on Kickstarter, and that's it. Thanks for coming to my channel. I wish I had better news about these products, as I was looking forward to them. In the comments below, let me know. And want to thank everybody for coming to my channel. If you like what you see, consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell, as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. This is the immortal John Hancock, and you take care.